Welcome everyone. So we're about to start putting everything back together. We're going to reassemble. So what I'm going to do is take off these bolts all by hand. And then we're going to be putting our new unit, a whole new fuel unit in. All right, we got our unit in. Let's put back on our bolts. Everything's put back together. The next step is going to be putting it back onto the bike. All right, so let's get to it. All right, let's put this tank back on. First thing we're going to do is come over, grab this hose here. Okay, so once you have that line attached, the next thing you're going to do is attach your clamp. Attached. So we'll take that line, one of the two locking tabs, attach like that, make sure that locks in good, and then after that locks in good, come over and you grab the last line, and these lines are all pretty short, so just be careful when putting them back together. We'll line up our tank. Push back in our fairings after we tighten up our bolts. So now we're going to push all our side fairing pieces in after we tighten up these last two rear bolts. I'm going to push these fairings in on each side. All our tabs lined up right. So now we're going to put in the mounting bracket from here, go underneath the fairing. Grab our screws, put our screws back in. So let's reinstall this cover. You have two tabs here. They go here, and then these two go underneath your side fairings. The next thing we'll do is install our fairing screws up top here. All right, so now we'll be reinstalling the battery. When you reconnect your battery, it's positive first, then negative. When you're taking your battery out, it's negative first, then positive. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna actually hook up a battery charging unit to the bike. So this way, if the battery ever dies, instead of me having to take the seat off and then connecting here to jump it or give it a charge, should I say, I'll have these already attached, positive side, negative side, like so. And then all I gotta do is hook up my battery charger to this end here and give it a slow trickle while it's on the bike. 2 fusible links on both ends. That's what you see here. These are fusible links, just in case the battery tries to become overcharged. These will melt, so you don't destroy the battery. Bracket, put your battery in place. Carefully place this in here like this. Tighten that bracket down. Whenever I need to charge the battery, all I gotta do is connect here and I'm good. So let's put our seat back on. Right now that we have everything reassembled, the seats, got the tank back on, got everything tightened up here. We got all the fairing bolts tightened up here and there. We got that one tightened up good, that one tightened up good. That's tightened back up. This is on correctly. Next thing we're gonna do, since we have everything set up right, is put fuel inside the tank. So let's get to that. We're gonna put some fresh fuel in here. I went and bought a whole nother fuel container. For a little mini container. So we'll fill this up. We have fresh fuel inside of our tank. See it? So that's when I say that wiring, once it gets corroded from sitting, you gotta change it because it sits in fuel all day. All right, moment of truth, everyone. We're gonna put our gas cap on, lock that in. Let's listen to see if the fuel pump primes. You hear that? That's priming. I'll do it again so you guys can hear it. So we're priming the fuel pump. All right, you hear it sucking up the fuel? Okay. All right, then we look here. Now you see how my unit is reading, how much fuel I have. Now we'll attempt to start the bike. Let's see what happens. think we didn't have enough power going to the battery, so I hooked up a jump pack. All right, it's running. So all you gotta do is come back here, hit the power button, and then take off the negative, then take off the positive. You should be good to go. So, our problem was our fuel sending unit. The fuel sending unit was bad. The wiring, I think something was going on with the wiring. So we changed that fuel pole sending unit as one. And then we put a new fuel injector in, and if the bike doesn't start up, when you first do it, make sure you have a good charge on your battery. Now our gauge is reading good. Give it a little throttle. Let it run for a little while so the system can get used to being ran again. It has set about 4 or 5 months, and that's about it. All right, guys. Please like, share, subscribe to this video, and tune in for more future videos. Oh, and hopefully you checked out my brake reservoir video. I replaced this unit as well. It was leaking and it was cracked on the side here, so I had to replace that. All right, so check that video out too, just in case you gotta replace your front brake master cylinder. All right, but anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps somebody out. 2012 CBR 250R Honda. Let's see if I can show you guys the mileage. It's only got 1,956 miles on it. So, and I gotta fix that clock. That's just from the battery being dead. But that's the mileage. Alright, so tap in with me. Shoot your questions if you have any. And once again, ride safe. Peace.